الدرس السابع, lesson 7. We read the first page and we repeated it a few times. Inshallah, today we'll go over that again and then we'll add it the other half of the lesson. Okay. Before we begin, any questions on what we would have read last week? All right, Bismillah. الدرس السابع lesson 7. الأب أين ذهبتم بعد الدرس يا أبنائي؟ أين ذهبتم بعد الدرس يا أبنائي؟ الأبناء ذهبنا إلى الملعب. ذهبنا إلى الملعب. الأب أكرة القدم لعبتم أم كرة السلة؟ الأب أكرة الأب أكرة القدم لعبتم أم كرة السلة؟ الأبناء لعبنا اليوم كرة القدم. لعبنا اليوم كرة القدم. لعبنا كرة السلة في الأسبوع الماضي. الأب أما ذهبتم إلى المكتبة اليوم؟ أما ذهبتم إلى المكتبة اليوم؟ الأبناء بلى ذهبنا. الأب ماذا قرأتم هناك؟ الأبناء قرأنا الصحف. قرأنا الصحف. We read the papers. الأب أسمعتم الأخبار من الإذاعة اليوم؟ أسمعتم الأخبار من الإذاعة اليوم؟ الأبناء نعم سمعناها. الأب من أي إذاعة سمعتم؟ الأبناء سمعنا من ثلاث إذاعات. We listen to 3 broadcasts or 3 stations. من إذاعات الرياض وإذاعات القاهرة وإذاعات لندن. الأب سمعت أن بلالا مريض وأنه في المستشفى. أصحيح هذا؟ الأبناء نعم هذا صحيح شفاه الله. We stopped here last week. So to continue now, Al-Ab, so in response to the dua of the boys who said Naam, yes, This is correct. May Allah give him shifa. The father said, Ameen. He said Ameen to that dua, right? So, Al-Ab, آمين متى دخل المستشفى متى دخل المستشفى. Let's see. متى دخل المستشفى. When did he enter the hospital? Next line. الأبناء دخل قبل ثلاثة أيام. قبل ثلاثة أيام. He entered before 3 days, or 3 days ago, as we say in English. Right? Literally, it is he entered or he went in before 3 days. In English, we would say 3 days ago. Right? Next line. Al-Ab. أين الكتاب؟ أين الكتاب ذو الغلاف ذو العلاف الأحمر. sorry, ذو الغلاف الأحمر الذي كان في غرفتي. Again, أين الكتاب ذو الغلاف الأحمر الذي كان في غرفتي. أرأيتموه أرأيتموه. يوسف. يوسف أنا أخذته البارحة وقرأت نصفه. أنا أخذته البارحة وقرأت نصفه. Right? Saying الأب. وأين المجلة التي كانت تحت ذاك الكتاب. وأين المجلة التي كانت تحت ذاك الكتاب. ذاك الكتاب. بلال. أهذه هي الأب؟ لا، المجلة ذات الغلاف الأصفر. لا، المجلة ذات الغلاف الأصفر. مروان. هي عندي. أخذتها اليوم. أخذتها اليوم. يرن الجرس فيقوم مروان ويفتح الباب وتدخل أخواته. Right, third bullet. يرن الجرس ويقوم مروان ويفتح الباب وتدخل أخواته. البنات السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الجميع وعليكم السلام. الجميع وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. الأب. أين ذهبتن يا بناتي؟ أين ذهبتن يا بناتي؟ البنات ذهبنا لرياض لزيارة المديرة. ذهبنا لزيارة المديرة. الأب. الأب. أمشيتن أم ذهبتن بالسيارة؟ أمشيتن أم ذهبتن بالسيارة؟ البنات. البنات مشينا لأن بيتها قريب من مدرستنا، هو بين المسجد والمدرسة. مشينا لأن بي لأن بيتها قريب من مدرستنا، هو بين المسجد والمدرسة. We're on to the next page now. الأب. أوجدتنها في البيت؟ أوجدتنها في البيت؟ البنات نعم وجدناها. جلسنا عندها ثلث ساعة وخرجنا من بيتها في الساعة الخامسة. في الساعة الخامسة. الأم. الأم أرأيتن المكنسة؟ أرأيتن المكنسة يا بنات؟ بحثت عنها كثيرا وما وجدتها. وما وجدتها. سعاد أنا وضعتها تحت السلم. أنا وضعتها تحت السلم هذا الصباح. هذا الصباح. مروان. مروان يا أمي أفي الثلاجة ماء بارد. أفي الثلاجة ماء بارد. نحن عطاش. نحن عطاش. نحن عطاش. الأم أبشر فيها ماء بارد وعصير برتقال. وعصير برتقال. Alright, so as we normally would do, we would say it, read it again, and then you would um, you read it, and everyone can repeat after, inshallah ta'ala. Right, so let's start now. So I'll read it first, and leave a little pause, and you can say it, inshallah ta'ala. بسم الله. الدرس السابع. الأب. أين ذهبتم بعد الدرس يا أبنائي؟ ذهبنا إلى الملعب. أكرة القدم لعبتم أم كرة السلة؟ أكرة القدم لعبتم أم كرة السلة؟ لعبنا لعبنا اليوم كرة القدم. لعبنا كرة السلة في الأسبوع الماضي. في الأسبوع الماضي. أما ذهبتم إلى المكتبة اليوم؟ بلى ذهبنا. ماذا قرأتم هناك؟ قرأنا الصحف. أسمعتم الأخبار من الإذاعات اليوم؟ أسمعتم الأخبار من الإذاعات اليوم؟ من الإذاعات اليوم؟ نعم سمعناها. من أي إذاعة سمعتم؟ من أي إذاعة سمعتم؟ سمعنا من 3 إذاعات. من إذاعة الرياض وإذاعة القاهرة وإذاعة لندن. الأب. سمعت أن بلالا مريض. سمعت أن بلالا مريض. سمعت أن بلالا وأنه في المستشفى. أصحيح هذا؟ نعم هذا صحيح. شفاه الله. Next page. الأب. آمين متى دخل المستشفى؟ آمين متى دخل المستشفى؟ متى دخل المستشفى؟ دخل قبل 3 أيام. دخل قبل 3 أيام. أين الكتاب ذو العلاف؟ الأحمر
ذو الإله الأحمر
الذي كان في غرفتي.
الذي كان في غرفتي.
أين الكتاب
أين الكتاب
ذو الغلاف الأحمر
ذو الإله الأحمر
ذو الغلاف الأحمر
ذو الإله الأحمر
الذي كان في غرفتي.
الذي كان في غرفتي.
Asim, assalamu alaikum.
أرأيتموه.
ورأيته.
وعليكم السلام.
Just a quick question. That word, right? There's a
Which
ayn
word
or a ghayn?
is a غين? Did I say
Is a
غلاف? Sorry,
yeah,
غلاف. Sorry.
yeah. Okay, just making sure.
جزاكم الله خير.
Yeah, what is that?
Alright, let's go again. أين الكتاب
أين الكتاب
أين الكتاب ذو الغلاف الأحمر
أين الكتاب ذو الغلاف الأحمر
الذي كان في غرفتي.
الذي كان في غرفتي.
أرأيتموه
أرأيتموه.
أرأيتموه
رأيتموه.
يوسف
يوسف.
أنا أخذته البارحة.
أنا أخذته البارحة.
أنا أخذته البارحة
أنا أخذته البارحة
وقرأت نصفه.
وقرأت نصفه.
أنا أخذته البارحة
وأنا أخذته. أنا أخذت البارحة
وقرأت نصفه.
وقرأت نصفه.
الأب.
والأب.
وأين المجلة التي
وأين المجلة التي
كانت تحت ذاك الكتاب؟
كانت تحت ذاك الكتاب؟
بلال. أهذه هي.
هذه هي.
I think this might be a different Bilal to the one in the hospital, right? You say Bilal in the hospital. A different Bilal. Bilal. هذه هي. أهذه هي.
هذه هي.
الأب.
الأب.
لا.
لا.
المجلة ذات الغلاف الأصفر.
المدرس ذات الغلاف الأصفر.
المجلة
المجلة
ذات
ذات
ذات الغلاف الأصفر.
ذات الغلاف الأصفر.
مروان.
مروان.
هي عندي.
هي عندي.
أخذتها اليوم.
أخذتها اليوم.
أخذتها اليوم.
أخذتها اليوم.
يرن الجرس
يرن الجرس.
فيقوم مروان
يقوم مروان.
ويفتح الباب
ويفتح الباب.
وتدخل
وتدخل
أخواته.
أخواته.
Again. يرن الجرس
يرن الجرس.
فيقوم مروان
فيقوم مروان.
ويفتح الباب
ويفتح الباب.
وتدخل أخواته.
وتدخل أخواته.
البنات.
البنات.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الجميع.
الجميع.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الأب.
الأب.
أين ذهبتن يا بناتي؟
أين ذهبتن أين ذهبتن يا بناتي
البنات
البنات
ذهبنا
ذهبنا
لزيارة المديرة.
لزيارة المدير
الأب
الأب
أمشيتن
أمشيتن أمشيتن
أمشيتن
أمشيتن
أم ذهبتن بالسيارة؟
أم ذهبتن بالسيارة
البنات
البنات
مشينا
مشينا
مشينا لأن بيتها
مشيتن مشيت
مشينا
مشينا
لأن بيتها بيتها
مشينا إن بيتنا
لأن بيتها
لأن بيتها
قريب
قريب
من مدرستنا.
من مدرستنا
هو بين المسجد
وبين المسجد
والمدرسة.
والمدرسة
الأب
الأب
أوجدتنها في البيت؟
أوجدتنها البيت
أوجدتنها في البيت؟
وجدتنها البيت
نعم وجدناها.
نعم وجدناها
نعم وجدناها.
نعم وجدناها
جلسنا عندها
جلسنا عندها
ثلث ساعة.
ثلث ساعة
جلسنا عندها ثلث ساعة.
جلسنا عندها ثلث ساعة
وخرجنا من بيتها.
من بيتها
وخرجنا من بيتها
وخرجنا من بيتها
في الساعة الخامسة.
في الساعة الخامسة
الأم
الأم
أرأيتن
رأيتن
أرأيتن المكنسة
رأيتن المكنسة
يا بنات؟
يا بنات
بحثت عنها كثيرا.
بحثت
بحثت عنها كثيرا.
بحثت عنها كثيرا
بحثت عنها كثيرا وما وجدتها.
بحثت عنها كثيرا وما وجدتها
سعاد
سعاد
أنا وضعتها تحت السلم.
أنا وضعتها تحت السلم
أنا وضعتها تحت السلم.
أنا وضعتها تحت السلم
هذا الصباح
هذا الصباح
مروان
مروان
يا أمي أفي الثلاجة ماء بارد؟
يا أمي أفي الثلاجة
أفي الثلاجة ماء بارد؟
ماء بارد
نحن عطاش.
نحن عطاش
نحن عطاش.
نحن عطاش
الأم
الأم
أبشر
الأبشر
فيها ماء بارد
فيها ماء بارد
وعصير برتقال.
وعصير برتقال.
Okay, so this is the reading part of the lesson. I'm going to go through it now and you look at some of the words might be new words, as well as some of the uh, grammar. There's a lot of grammar involved here. Many of it is what we would have covered already, and some of it will be new, which we will be introduced to in this lesson. All right. So the ones we covered already, we will mention it, inshallah. If I miss out any, you could just remind me. And the new ones, I'll just point it out, and then we'll go through it. Of course, over the next couple, 2 or 3 weeks, we'll go through the grammar rules that are introduced in this chapter. All right. So Adarsu Sabi'u, the seventh lesson. Remember, the chapter names or the lesson names, they are the ordinal numbers. Okay. So the word Sab'a means seven, but Sabi' means seventh. Seventh. Okay. So Adarsu Sabi'u, the seventh lesson. Al-Ab, أين ذهبتم بعد الدرس يا أبنائي? Aina, we know Aina means where. Dhahabtum, right, is from the verb dhahaba. And we saw before, from dhahaba we have dhahabtu, which means I went. You have dhahabta, which means you, masculine singular, went. You have dhahabti, which means you, feminine singular, went. Right, you went, feminine singular. Then we have dhahabat, which means she went, right? And then we also mentioned dhahaba, which means he went, right? Dhahaba. Just the dal, ha, and ba by itself. Dhahaba means he went, right? So here we are introduced to a few more parts of the conjugation of the verb. So here we have dhahabtum, dhahabtum. So we see added on to the root letters of course being the dal, the ha, and the ba. The dal, the ha, and the ba, dhahaba. Right? These are the root letters of this verb. We add on to that now the suffix ta and mim, tum. So we have the have tum. And this now is for the second person plural masculine. Right? Second person plural masculine. So here, of course, the father is speaking to his sons, plural. Okay? So we have, uh, he is using the have tum, you, plural, went. So he's asking, Aina dhahabtum, where did you went? Or where did you go? Ba'da darsi, after the lesson. After the lesson. Where did you go? After the lesson. Ya abana'i. So using ya, which is the harful nida. Abana, plural of ibn abana. Right? Ya abana, and of course he has a ya at the end. Ya mutakalim. So he's speaking, so he's saying, my sons. Where did you go after class? My sons. Sons, al-abana'u. They replied, they said, ذهبنا إلى الملعب. So look at this here. You have the same verb, ذهب. The same verb, ذهب. Added on to it now is the noon, fatha, and the aleph. Right? Right. Sorry about that. ذهبنا إلى الملعب. So we have the same verb, ذهب. All right. ذال, ha, ba, ذهب. And now we have a different suffix at the end. We have the noon, fatha with the aleph. Right? Na. Okay. This means we went. So it's first person plural. First person plural. ذهبنا. Please, we have to be careful in how we say in this, and we cannot say ذهبنا. ذهبنا is something different, right? Here we have to say ذهبنا. ذهبنا. Okay? The alif at the end distinguishes it from ذهبنا, with the word without the alif, which means something different. We'll see later on. Okay? So here the boys are saying ذهبنا إلى الملعب. We went to the playground. We went to the playground. ملعب. Right? الأب أكرة القدم لعبتم أم كرة السلة? Is it football that you played or basketball? Football or basketball? Okay. The word qadam, of course, means foot, right? So kura is ball, all right? So you get football, and salla is basket. And of course, kura is ball. So you have football and basketball, right? Al abna, the boys, they said, لعبنا اليوم. Today we played kurat al qadam. Today we played football, right? Full stop. Then you have the next statement that they said, لعبنا كرة السلة في الأسبوع الماضي. We played basketball last week. Al-Usbu' means the week, okay? Al-Usbu', the week. So you have Al-Yam Al-Usbu', the days of the week. So Al-Usbu' means the week, all right? So they're saying لعبنا. So here we have the verb لعب, lam, ain, ba. لعب, lam, ain, ba, which means to play, all right? So they are speaking, so this using the first person plural form of this verb, and they said, لعبنا, we played. All right, so what did they play? كرة السلة, they played basketball في الأسبوع الماضي, last week, right? الماضي means past, the past week or last week. الأب أما ذهبتم إلى المكتبة اليوم? Did you not go to the library today? Did you not go to the library today? Again, the word ذهب, to go, and tum is you, plural, masculine, right? أما ذهبتم إلى المكتبة اليوم? Did you not go to the library today? The boys replied, Bala. So this is a question asked in negative form. Did you not go? So of course the reply has to be either Naam or Bala. So they said, Bala, dhahabna. Yes, we went. Yes, we went. Al-Ab, ماذا قرأتم هناك? What did you read there? What did you read there? Again, the verb قرأ, to read. قرأتم, you. Masculine plural, read. Okay, قرأتم, you read. So the father is asking, ماذا قرأتم? What did you, meaning the boys, you all read? What did you all read? هناك, there. What did you all read there? الأبناء قرأنا الصحف. قرأنا الصحف. The صحف is the papers, newspapers. Okay. Father continues. أسمعتم الأخبار من الإذاعة اليوم? Did you listen to the news from the radio today? Did you listen to the news from the radio today? Right.
I said,
الأبناء.
I said
Yeah.
something to clarify. I wasn't by the computer just now when you talk about the bala, but I heard you. Um, when they answering from the negative question and they saying naam, that means yes, and then they have to follow up that with yes, we did not go. But if they answer in bala, you won't translate it as yes, you will translate it as rather,
Okay.
because yeah, you won't say yes, we went, you would say
Right.
rather we went. Like you're
Okay.
contradicting what the previous person asked. That's why
Right. So
you're
you could.
saying so the bala
Right. So you
more
would say
reads as
Bala.
rather than instead of yes.
Okay, rather. Okay. So I guess yeah, rather is a better English translation for the word Bala. Okay, for the British one. So rather we did go, right? Jazakumullah khair. You all understand that, right? Anybody don't understand? Just to clarify that.
Yeah, I understand. That makes sense. Sorry.
Right. So the next line, so the father asked him, did you all listen to the news on the radio today? And the boys replied, Na'am, sami'naha. Na'am, sami'naha. So again, we have the verb sami'a, sin, mim, ain, sami'a. And then, since they are speaking plural, you would use the first person plural suffix or the pronoun at the end. And we will have na. So we have sami'na. We listened, right? And the ha refers to the akhbar. Akhbar is plural of khabar. So as we said, plural of ghayru aqil, right? Plural of ghayru aqil, we refer to it or we treat it as singular feminine in grammar, grammatically, all right? So that's why we use the singular feminine pronoun here, ha, to refer to the akhbar, all right? So the boy said, Naam, sami'na, we heard ha, we heard the news, or we heard it. Right? Al-ab, min ayyi ida'atin sami'tum, from which station or broadcast did you listen? From which station or broadcast did you listen? Al-abna, sami'na, so the boys are saying, we heard, or we listened, من ثلاث من ثلاث إذاعات. We listen to three stations, three broadcasts, right? من إذاعة الرياض, from the Riyadh radio station or broadcast from Riyadh, وإذاعة القاهرة, and from the broadcast or the radio station from Cairo, وإذاعة لندن, and from the London broadcast, right? الآن سمعت أن بلالا مريض. I heard that Bilal is ill or sick, right? وأنه في المستشفى, and that he is in the hospital. I heard, so this is going back to one of the conjugations of the verb that we did before. سمع means to hear, but سمعت, I heard, right? Now there's no vowel there on the ta at the end, right? How do we know it's a dhamma that we have to put an ta there, and not a fatha, or kasra, or sukun? Because we said this word samia with the ta alone attached at the end, right? Can be sami'tu, sami'ta, or sami'ti, or sami'at. Can be one of four different things, and we have no vowels there at all. So how do we know it's sami'tu and not sami'ta?
Because of the context. Because
Right,
if it was samiat, that means it would have been like it would have been a female person talking. Oh, sorry, not female person talking. Saying she said or she says, and out of context, have no she. Ta and ti would be you, and if you're gonna say you say or sorry, not you say you hear or uh, I heard. Sorry,
right,
you heard. If you're gonna say that, you're gonna be asking somebody it, and there's no
right,
question
correct,
here. So
correct.
by yeah, by process of elimination, it'll be I heard.
Right. So in other words, so the context. So this is important to know um, how to read the words, right? So this is how the Arabic language is. You always have to be looking ahead. So you look ahead and you see, okay, it's not really a question, and he's not speaking to one person, he's speaking to a group. So if it was tum at the end there, you might have said, okay, could be a question. سمعتم أن بلالا في مريض, right? But it's a ta there, and he's speaking to the group of boys. So we know by the context it's Sami'tu, right? Sami'tu Anna Bilalan. The Anna is one of the sisters of Inna, therefore the Ismu Anna would be Mansub. That's why we have the Tanwin Fatha on the Bilal here, okay? Tanwin Fatha. Everybody can see that? And of course, once we have Tanwin Fatha in a word, we always it always comes with the Aleph that is attached onto the word, okay? Except for a word that ends with ta marbuta. Sami'tu anna Bilalan maridun. I heard that Bilal is sick. Wa annahu fil mustashfa, and that he is in the hospital. Asahihun hada, is that correct? So the word sahih means correct, right? So asahihun hada, is that correct? Al abna'u, na'am, yes. Hada sahihun, this is correct. Shafahullah, may Allah give him shifa. Al ab, amin, may it be so. Mata dakhala al mustashfa, when did he enter the hospital? Al-abna'u dakhala qabla thalathati ayamin. He entered before 3 days, or 3 days ago, right? Al-ab, ayna al-kitabu dhu ghilaf al-ahmari. Where is the book that is the owner? Literally, it means the owner of the red cover. So the book that is the owner of the red cover, or do is like to attribute a characteristic to something. To attribute a characteristic to something, right? So it's like the owner of or the possessor of, right? So uh, Aina Kitab, where is the book that is the possessor of the red cover? Okay, the red cover. So basically in English we would say, where is the red covered book? Where is the red covered book? Or the book with the red cover, right? Alladhi, that, kana, that was, kana was, um, fi ghurfati, in my room. Where is the book with the red cover that was in my room? Ara'aytumuhu, did you all see it? Right, so referring, talking to the boys, did you all see it? The who here refers to the kitab, right? Ara'aytumuhu, did you all see it? Yusuf responds, Ana akhadtuhu al-barihata, I took it last night. وقرأت نصفه, and I read half of it. الأب, وأين المجلة التي كانت تحت ذاك الكتاب, and where is the magazine that was below that book? Okay, وأين المجلة, and where is the magazine التي, that was كانت. So here we have كانت, before we had kana, right? So kanat, because it's referring to the mujallatu. Al mujallatu, the magazine. And we know this is a feminine word because it has the ta marbuta at the end. Okay? And where's the magazine that was tahta dhaka kitab? That was below that book. Where's the magazine that is below that book? Bilal responds, Ahadihi hiya, Ahadihi hiya, is this it? Is this it? And Bilal responds, the father responds, La al-mujallatu dhatul ghilafil asfali. That the magazine is, has a yellow cover. The magazine has a yellow cover.
Assalamu
Now,
alaikum.
Wazusam?
I have a question. You excuse my ignorance, but I don't know if you all would have covered this before. I didn't get time to catch up before class today, right? But this word here, dhaka, um, when you read the translation, you read it as uh, where's whatever below that book, right?
Yeah.
Why dhaka, not dalika? What's
That kind of dalika you could use, you see, interchange. Well, it means dalika, right? It's just another word. That
oh,
kind of dalika, yeah.
okay, all right. I just
Right,
never heard
inshallah.
dhaka before, so I just okay. All right,
Right,
just
inshallah. Wiyakum. Right. So just to remind us that we did that a couple classes back, for those who to recall. So daka and dalika, right? Daka, dalika, which means that, all right? Al-ab. Um, so Bilal asked, "Is this it?" And the father said, "La al-mujallatu dhatul ghilafil asfari." That the magazine has a yellow cover, asfar, right? Marwan, هي عندي أخذتها اليوم. And then Marwan says, I have it here عندي. It is with me. أخذتها, I took it اليوم. I took it today. Right? We'll stop there, inshallah ta'ala, and we will continue again next week, where we will finish off the passage in terms of the translation, right? And then we will, inshallah, we'll begin some of the exercises next week, right? Any quick questions?
Yeah, Sheikh, quick question. This word here, that too. That's a conjugation of zoo by chance?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
do
okay.
and the and yeah. Yeah,
Okay, thanks.
yeah. Inshallah. No problem. All right. Any other questions? All right. So we close off now. Inshallah. I know Maghrib is getting later. The Imam was um, asking us to think about how we're going to kind of shift the timing with respect to Maghrib, and I know Isha is 8 o'clock. So inshallah, we could think about that. Um, if you all want to begin the class at 7 and end at 7:45, so that you still have time to go to the masjid for 8 o'clock, inshallah, we could I think we might have 1 or 2 weeks again where we could still probably still stick to quarter to 7 until quarter to 8, but after that, Maghrib will be very close to the start time, so we might want to push it back a little bit, inshallah. So we close off now with the Bakara and Surah Al-Asr. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات تواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك